Hello everyone, a very good evening to all of you. Welcome to the JAIIB CAIIB English Medium channel by Adda 24/7. Myself, Advocate Nikkita Singh, and this session is very important, especially for the non-law aspirant. What I mean that non-law aspirant, C class. As we know that after 12th we have a various option. We can opt for science, for something for commerce or non-commerce background. So similarly, if you have done the law, it means you are from the law background. But if you have not done the law and the same law subject you have to prepare in your CIB exam 2025 and the further. So is that subject is easy or hard? So this question always hanging in your mind. So this session is basically law subject fair. Here how to master BRBL without law background. C class. When I done my class 12th now, I have taken my science stream in class 12th. Okay, it's a maths, English, chemistry, physics. But after 12th, I have just opted for the law. Everyone say that no, law is very tough. You have taken the science background and it is not possible for you to just go in the law background. But I believe in myself, and because of believe in myself, I have just stopped in my university and gold medalist in my masters of law. So nothing is impossible, guys, if you have a strong will determination. So if you are without law background now, this subject will be very easy for you people if you follow my step by step. Is that okay? So now class C, what is this BRBL subject? So guys, we know that in your CIB subject you have a 4 compulsory plus 1 elective subject. This BRBL subject is one of the compulsory subject, okay, and just the right approach, okay, focus on application, that is fact, and smart study technique. If you follow these 3 things now, you will definitely crack this paper with 70 plus marks easily. Your compulsory paper, that is BFM, ABFM, ABM, all the 3 subject is basically numerical plus theoretical, but this is the only subject that is purely theoretical subject. You have to understand the concept and you have to do the questions. So that's why you have to just come in a right approach. Right approach means just focus on one material that will really help you to just focus on the concept, and once you get the concept now, the questions will be very easy for you people. After that, focus on the fact. The fact means the theory that you have to understand, because concept is the power. And then the smart study technique. We know that you people have to go to the job. There is a family pressure also, okay, then employer pressure also, and if you do the smart study technique, you can easily crack this paper. So C class, if I talk about my subject, that is BRBL subject, so as we know that our government have a 3 organ, that is legislature, executive and judiciary, and legislature is basically the parliament, and parliament means that is Lok Sabha plus Rajya Sabha plus that is judiciary. So the basic work of parliament is, president, the basic work of parliament is to just make the law. So in your BRBL subject, you have to study total 25 acts, okay, 25 acts you have to study. So act is basically the rules and regulations. So you have 25 topics. Suppose if one topic is Sales of Goods Act. This act deal with, suppose if one person want to sell the goods from one person to another. So we have to study the rules and regulations of Sales of Good Acts. But in this act, suppose there are 200 plus questions or 200 plus sections. So you do not have to mug up all the section. You only have to focus 3 to 4 section or 3 to 4 concept, because you do not have to do the LLB. You have to just focus on those concepts that's come in your BRBL subject, and that is a part of your syllabus. So that's why in 25 acts you only have to focus on those concepts that's practically come in the business of the banking. Is that okay? So now let's start with that what approach we have to follow. First of all, understand the paper pattern. This is very much important, class. In your BRBL subject, there will be 100 question, 2-hour paper and no negative mark. What is this? No negative mark in your exam. So understand the paper pattern. So in BRBL subject, you have to focus on the 4 module, that is module A, which contain total 2 acts. Module B, that's contain total 4 acts. Module C contain total 10 acts. And module D, that's contain total 9 acts. So there are total 25 acts that you have to deal. And if you focus on B, C and D, you can easily score 70 plus marks in the BRBL subject, because these 3 modules are very much important. So again, I'm saying you, suppose if you people have not read any law subject before this exam, so this subject will really very easy if you follow my directions. Is that okay? So first of all, you have to understand the paper pattern so that you can easily understand that what concept we have to study. Then after, guys, use the simple language note. See class, if I show you the act language, let me show you the act language. Let me show you the act language so that you can easily understand, okay ma'am, yes, the law language is very difficult. Okay, suppose Indian Contract Act, it's a, suppose if I open Indian Contract Bear Act, okay, so see, this is the language of your what? Law. See, this is the content, okay. If I show you the language now, see the language. See, suppose if there is a word, undue influence is a word, okay. So undue influence in my simple language, it means to hypnotize someone, that is called undue influence, okay. But what is written in your act of the Indian Contract Act, see, this particular notes is called Bear Act. So each act have a Bear Act which is made by the parliament. Okay. So undue influence, a contract is said to be induced by undue influence where relations subsisting between the party are such that one of the party is in a position to dominate the will of other and use that position to obtain the unfair advantage over the other. So guys, you can see that this is the language of law. So that's why the language law is little bit difficult. So that's why you have to understand the BRBL subject with a very easy language. So when I teach the subject now, when I just teach the subject, so I just used simple language. Okay, so that's why avoid the jargon initially. Start with the simplified notes. And in paid class, I always use the simple language to teach the BRBL subject. Okay. Then after class, what you have to do, focus on the most scoring topic. So if I show you, suppose the types of mortgage. What is this? The types of mortgage. Very scoring and repeated MCQ always come in your exam. Repeated class, repeated MCQ always come in your exam. If I show you the NI Act, check sections 138, frequently asked question. SURFACE and IBC, case based and easy marks. Limitation Act, that is logical questions, not memory based question. This is just an act, and what question basic asks, this is the reason. Now banker customer relationship, basic, but that is very important. and Customer and Consumer Protection Act or Ombudsman latest update and the simplified rules. So this is just a demo that I have given you, that these are the act, and generally these types of question asked from the particular act. So you have to just aware yourself that what types of question can ask from a particular act, because there are, I think, 40 to 50% are repetitive topics that generally ask in your BRBL paper. So that's why you have to highlight and easy to understand the topics. Follow the case study approach. What is case study? Case study is basically the fact. Suppose a minor cannot do the contract. A minor, if done any agreement, that agreement will be void ab initio. So this is the particular law. So if we talk about the case study, so there are so many facts that you have to understand. So to understand the fact, you have to understand the concept. So the case studies question, basically 15 to 20 question asked from the case studies question. So that is totally based on the fact of the case, and fact that you have to know the concept. So practicing at least 100 case studies before exam, writing short notes, one line conclusion to each case, and focusing on the sections like 131, 138 of NI Act, etc. if you want to clear this paper. And then class, make a smart notes. Suppose if any act is there, right? In any act, suppose just write down the important sections, just write down the definition terms, just write down the summary of the act, okay? Sections, definitions, summary, and then penalty, if any penalty is there, then limitation days is there. So these are the things that you have to understand, that you have to just write in a particular act. If you just make this type of note now, then the things will be really very easy for you people. Is that okay? And practice MCQ plus mock paper. At least 5 mock paper you have to solve before the exam. Okay, so this is all for today's, and don't mug up the legal language, understand the logic. Is that okay? So BRBL is more about understanding why and how laws affecting the banking, not remembering the sections blindly, because you do not have to give the advocacy exam. You have to learn the concept. Okay, so what will the bank do if check bounce? What if mortgage isn't registered? So these types of questions must become in your mind. So class, this is all for today's. So this is my Telegram group. If you want to join this group, you can scan this barcode, okay? In this group, you can ask any doubt. In this group, I just generally share the important sessions of my group, okay? So guys, if you want to enroll in the new batch that we have already launched now, so if you want to enroll in this batch, so what you have to do, Adda 24/7, this is our official website, all courses JAIIB CAIIB December 2025. So this is our batch. This is a bilingual batch, okay? And we have a English medium, that is warrior batch. If you want to join, click on this, click on buy now, apply the coupon code, that is Y391, Y391. If you click on Y391, you can easily see the discount is 79% discount, and for 1% more discount, you have to download the Adda app in mobile, and through mobile if you purchase, you will get much discount. Thank you so much for attending the session.